In 2010 I was diagnosed with uterine cancer, and at the time it was a great shock because I thought I was just going through menopause, and so for a few weeks it was being in that state of shock and disbelief. The Cancer Society stepped in very quickly. They stepped in very professionally. They came round to the house. The Cancer Society nurse explained what our options were and also what the Cancer Society offered in terms of support, both on a practical level and also on a fun level. One of the things they offered was a make-up session, and I didn't know at the time, but the Prime Minister's wife was there helping people put makeup on, so that was quite fantastic, and it just made you feel better because by that stage we had all lost our hair and weren't feeling very womanly at the time, so to have our face made up and to be given gifts was a fantastic thing that the Cancer Society did. Apart from that, the counselling services were a strength, and those counselling services were free, were offered not only to the patient but also to family members, and they had a great resource library as well, with some fabulous books there which enabled me to increase my knowledge of where I was and exactly what the Cancer Society would do. They were always there. They were just at the end of a telephone call, and that was great as well because you have a lot of questions that go unanswered when you're actually in the oncologist room and you go home and you think, well, I wish I'd asked that. Well, the Cancer Society nurse was always available and always there to support you or to direct you. Some of these sessions that I had to go to for treatment, for instance, I had 25 sessions of radiotherapy and 6 of chemo, and some of the times didn't suit my family or friends to be able to transport me there, and the Cancer Society had drivers who were always there on time, always had a funny story on the way because it's quite nerve-wracking on the way to treatments, and yeah, that was a real, saving grace in the journey that I had over quite a long year. The other source of support was a little group that I still go to at the St Heliers Hospice at Dove House there, and they're run by a wonderful group of supporters. Some of them have their own stories with cancer, and we always get a wonderful morning tea there, and in the house itself there are professional people who will offer different treatments, from a facial to Reiki, and they're highly qualified people, and that's all free. And that's just wonderful. And one of the reasons we want to bequeath money to the Cancer Society is so that the high quality of care, which is all run by volunteers, can continue for more people who are suffering with cancer and their family, and we want it to be able to continue and be a blessing to other people as it was to myself and my family.